Hope everybody is enjoying this, at least slightly lazy Sunday. It's kind of lazy for myself after all the craziness that's been going on this week with getting the releases set up, getting everything out, and doing the whole 9 hours of live stream. This week, I'm going to actually just go ahead and revisit those for anybody who didn't get a chance to, participate with us live and see the videos and everything as they went up, and let everybody get a chance to see what we were doing for this online music release. So sit back and enjoy. This is part one, where we're gonna go through all of the tracks on the new Strings of Atlas release for How Far We've Come. And we also have an interview with Adam Rodriguez, who was our star of a music video. All right, let's check it out. See what we got. Oh, and I think we are live across all platforms now, or at least a good chunk of them. So everybody, I want to say thank you for tuning in on this. And pretty much the plan of the day is we're just going to go through all these tracks. I got broadcast going here. I got broadcast going here. So if I'm looking around, it looks kind of weird, trying to figure out all these cameras. So we are going to run through the Strings of Atlas album for How Far We've Come today, and Chords of Eve with their new launch, their debut, which is already just doing amazing, right? So we're gonna go ahead and run through that today on the hour, each hour. Let's do a little live thing and chat about it. So for this one, the important part on this one is this is the flagship right here. This is the first thing going out. I want you guys to help me, give me some feedback here and let me know how this audio is going, how the video is going. We've got a few setups here we're gonna test out. We'll run a few things through the USB interface over here. See how it sounds? See if it's right, it's kind of an echo. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But let's go ahead and we are going to switch out this. We're going to check out the Gone Away track. Yes, y'all. That is Gone Away. First of all, let me switch this audio back real quick. We got stuff all over the place. Maybe that's a little better. But I see you in there, Murdoch. I see you, Grayson. Y'all hanging out. But let me know how the audio run. I know we've got the actual event live going here, and then we've got let me switch this back to because y'all just looking at these pages of things. So let's get this stream going. This is going out to a profile and Strings of Atlas because Strings of Atlas is what we're talking about, right? Yeah. So that's it. That's round number one of our new cosmic adventure here. So I appreciate y'all for joining. And just give you a heads up, so we're going to look at Not Over. It's going to be the next track we're going to check out. So if you want to get a head start on us and go ahead, check it out on Spotify, Pandora, stream it out. And we're going to come back 2 o'clock and talk about that. All right, y'all. Catch you in a bit. Oh, hello. Apparently it's 2 o'clock already. That was fast. All right. Well, hey, we're gonna go ahead and keep kicking right through this. And I think we got a little bit more of a setup. I don't know if you notice, not only my fancy tie here and everything, but we got a good microphone set up now. And I think we've got this audio under control. Still working on figuring out which camera I'm talking to and who's where and everything, but we're getting there. So, there was one thing I wanted to bring up in the last one, the guitar riff for In Gone Away. A second. It's all live, right? It's cool. And I kicked the microphone. Why not? I have no idea if this can even be heard. Who's out there? Anybody Legends yet? Somebody tell me what you can hear on this. But I just wanted to throw out that the main guitar riff in Gone Away was really inspired by Iron Maiden. They're kind of like Trooper, though. I'm not going to play even much of that because Facebook tends to frown the whole thing. But that speed play was kind of what inspired the main riff, which was... Just a little fun fact. Anybody wondering about it? And just thought I'd throw it out there. So this we're listening to Not Over. Bit of a heavier kind of groove jam that went on. And let's see. I'm gonna bring this up for y'all. Again, heading back to that Strings of Atlas Sky Titan website because, yeah, gotta show it off. And again, if you guys want to listen to this too, You don't have to check it out through this. We can do this anytime. You can play it off Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Napster, Rhapsody, Shazam it. Shazam will take you some places. Wherever you want it, it's there. It is there. All right, so here we go.
All of this will make more sense in the future. Radio waves carrying the sound.
Yes, y'all, and much like the song here, this live stream is not over. Well, at least not for a couple more minutes, and then it's gonna be over. But we got a special one coming up here at 3:00, which I want to make sure mention is we got Adam Rodriguez, who is the star of our music video for How Far We've Come and the title track to the EP. He's going to be joining us and doing a live reaction. He hasn't actually seen the video yet. Actually, I don't think anybody has. I just got the editing wrapped up on this yesterday, so. Well, I'm confident. It looks like it's pretty solid. I'm excited to see it. So, and I hope y'all are excited to check it out too. So we're gonna debut it here at the live stream. So if your friends, you want them to come check this out, go ahead and invite them to some events, tag them in this live stream, and let's make some things happen. Till then, I'll catch y'all at 3:00. All right, and we are live yet again for the third time today to go over this is the debut music video starring you, Adam Rodriguez, man. Appreciate you coming out and join us for this, man.
Oh man, yeah, thanks for having me. This is great. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm really stoked, It's kind of like that, that half nervous stoke. It's weird because it's almost like, doing a show first in a way, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it's going to be totally surreal because I'll be the guy watching it.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. You did it, but then you go back and see it later, and you're like,
totally. I'm going to watch my own play for the first time. This is
man. All right, so I want to make sure I want to point this out there, everybody. So you are house manager for the Hideout.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
You are a comic book artist.
Mm-hmm.
You are an actor.
Yes, sir.
So you pretty much are a superhero, right? Which is exactly the character you're playing in this video.
Yeah, I mean, I come from that school of art that you should definitely, if you find yourself being passionate about any aspect of art, you should move in that direction and just explore, as much as possible. I've only been doing improvisation show stuff for the last couple of years. And it's been awesome. It's one of those, I was more attracted to the community than the art form at first, really. The very first show I did improv wise was with a show that wasn't with the Hideout. It was with Golden, silent improvised stories, which was this really cool concept.
Yeah.
And I stage managed for them. I didn't perform for them. But then just kind of immediately, I just started really digging how much support there was with everybody, being a writer and an actor and stuff like that, where most of your stuff is very internal and kind of by yourself kind of stuff. You know what I mean? It's like hermit style art, really. I'm just I sit in the backyard and paint the sun. Nobody's here for that. It's just you. So that community was just awesome. It was very warm, and I wanted to be a part of it. So when they had the opening for the house manager, I jumped at that. It was super cool. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. And now I don't have that on my Saturday. It's I was used to having so much human contact,
Oh yeah, right.
Saturday, to do a show or watch a show, and yeah.
Now we're all here. Now we're all watching it on the the computer. The net has become our stage. This is
yeah. And it's been interesting watching that transition. The Hideout's doing great things. They jumped on it day one of quarantine. They were already doing live shows, and no, it's been great just watching how artists have been adapting to the situation. It's pretty awesome.
And so speaking of art, you got your own challenge that you're working on right now, right? The 100 days.
Yeah. So every year I try to do an art challenge of some kind. And the first year I did this was in 2016. It was kind of when I started giving myself art goals and stuff like that. Mm. So 2016, I decided to do a 100 art piece challenge. So I just had to basically crank out a passable art piece and then put that bitch away and then do the next one. You know what I mean? And I had to make 100. And I mean, 365 days a year, you should be able to crank one a day, but it's, you got life and rent and all that kind of shit. So you're just
all the time.
Yeah. So you're trying, 100 is actually really hard. Like, cause I've tried to do it since 2016 and I've failed like twice. I'll be like at 89 or like 97. I'm like, son of a bitch. And I'm just like so close. But then you're in the middle of the holidays and it's Christmas.
At that point, man.
Yeah. See, like I remember that first year, like I would sneak off. Like I was home for Christmas for 2 weeks and I would just sneak off. Like my mom's like, all asking me to help her make tamales and shit. I'm just like, I'll be right back. I'm going to go sketch a couple of unicorns and paint it. And then, okay, now we can do it. You know what I mean? Like I had to like cram pigeonhole time in there, especially during the really busy season.
That picture. That was pretty dope.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks. Unicorns are pretty common. Skulls and unicorns. That's my bag. Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, this time we're gonna get to see you in a different element here. Let me see if I can go and pop this up for us. And we got live reaction, man. You ready for it?
Oh yeah. I'm ready. I'm psyched. Let's do this.
All right. Let's see. Got it up here. There we go, man.
What?
So what'd you think?
I liked it. It was awesome, man. Yeah, dude. Yeah. It was cool. It was very good.
Came out so well.
Yeah, dude. That was great. Awesome. Hell yeah. Rock and roll. Nice.
So
Nice.
any moment stand out to you where you're like, I like this part, or I remember something that happened during this when we were filming? Or...
Yeah, like well, as far as like the part that I was digging, I was actually the whole time in my head, I was just like, thank God for a good editor. You know what I mean? I was just like, yeah. So it's just like, well, you edited this, right?
I did, yeah.
Okay, cool. Like I often when I'm like on a shoot, it's one of those things where I'm either kind of like in charge or like one of the performers. And when I'm one of the performers, I try really hard not to like second guess or try to. Anyway, what I'm trying to do is play as much to the vision as possible, even if I don't fully see the vision, because it's not an easy thing to always explain. You know what I mean? Like no matter how good I am at saying something, like I know there's one or two elements that I'm totally leaving out, and anyway. It was one of those things where, like, I remember when we were on that balcony trying to get some footage of me being remotely cool, with a superhero outfit on. And I'm just like, I don't feel cool. I don't know how cool I am. And so like like I was trying like hell or whatever, but it was anyway. But it was one of those things where you found like those tiny little moments where the cape went up just right, or something got like smacked or whatever, and it like hit with the beats, and I love that kind of stuff. That was just good editing, really good editing. You found the best of probably. I mean, that had to have been some hard stuff to sift.
It was all gold. It was the hardest part. Out, man. That was it.
It's always all gold. No, I get you. No, I really definitely like pretty much that whole question that you asked unfolds into that. Like there's a lot of like moments where I was just like, I don't know how this looks, and we don't have the playback. We're just we're doing it. We're trusting it. We're because in many ways you were kind of like the cinematographer too, because I remember a lot of moments where you were like, I need a close up of this, and you know what I mean. Like you had like a secondary like B unit shot list that you had, for you, and then James was directing and had his own like, here's how we set this up, here we threw it, and all that kind of stuff. I mean, personally, I'm almost more comfortable in sort of a guerrilla style filming setup. Like when I find myself on pro set, I'm like, I'm just gonna sit here until somebody bosses me around. You know what I mean? So like the cool thing was I felt like I was part of it as well. You know what I mean? I got to ask a lot of questions. I got to kind of do my own thing a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as like the fall goes, that kind of stuff, or like doing one thing, and then when we get there, we're like, oh, we got these dumpsters. Why don't I just bounce off a dumpster?
Yeah, because you were ready. You were like, I'm just doing it full, just back bump, slamming the ground.
Ass over tea kettle. Let's do this.
Oh man! Well, I will say, I'm not entirely disappointed. We didn't get to do that in an alley off 6th Street. Don't want you waking up with a strange rash or anything, man.
Yeah.
But all in all, yeah, I'm glad you like the way it came out, man. Like I said, appreciate you working with us on it, and it was just, yeah,
totally. Yeah, I love those kind of like just little side projects that only take like a day or two, and then you got like a product afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I love live theater, but I think that's one of my favorite appeals of doing like video style stuff, is that it's just, it's there. It's it can endure a little bit longer than what people remember at the theater. You know what I mean?
Also, I love that if you have something you're like, that didn't look quite right, let's just cut that out of there. It's
right at the right spot. Just like you had the gumption, kid. You didn't have the follow-through.
I'm like, no, we're just gonna get there. No, it happened.
I'm gonna get nothing but gumption, and when you fuck up on the follow-through, we'll cut right there.
But well, cool, man. I appreciate you joining us on this, and so we're gonna move into the Chords of Eve stuff next.
Awesome, man.
Hope you're still
having me, Atlas.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, totally. Good times.
All right, man. We'll talk with you later then.
Yeah, rock and roll, dude. Rock and roll.
Yeah, man.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, part 1. So next week we're going to take a look at the Chords of Eve release, which is still doing so well. And we've got a few interviews lined up. We've got Tatiana Jitkoff, the artist behind the Strings of Atlas album cover too. The whole Renaissance technology take that we had for the Chords of Eve cover. We've got Jonathan Guttman, who is the director of the Future's Not What It Used to Be music video. We might even get to speak with an android. And we even got local cool guy, bass player, who has jammed with me in Strings of Atlas before on another few projects. We got Ed Chavez. So be sure, tune back in for part 2 next Sunday, right here, 8 p.m. Central Time, whatever time you happen to be at.